Hi everyone, welcome back to Goldfries. Now this is the DeepCool 360mm AIO called the LT720. It's in the house and I'm very pleased with it, but before I go into those other details, let me share to you what transpired that led me into getting this cooler. Now I've been using the 13600K, the Intel Core i5 13600K that is, for a while now, and I love it a lot. I love the 12600K, but the 13600K is even better, but it runs warmer, so my Ice Gem 280 from Silverstone felt like it wasn't cutting it. Gaming temperature peaked at 80 degrees Celsius, while Cinebench R23 multi-core workload showed the peak temperature was 97 degrees Celsius, so it was very hot. Now this is where the LT720 comes in. I contacted people at DeepCool and they hooked me up with the LT720. Of which I'm actually very impressed with. Now my previous setup is using a Be Quiet Pure Base 500, so that case wouldn't be sufficient for my usage with this cooler. So in with this other case, which is a huge one, in fact it's gigantic, the Fantex N2719. As you can see, it's so huge, even my wide angle lens couldn't cover the top frame within the view, and in fact I feel like I'm kind of dwarf sitting next to it. Now let's talk about the LT720. It is a cooler with DeepCool's 4th generation high performance water pump and with improved micro channel design that ensures optimal coolant flow. It has a 3-phase drive motor that goes up to 3100 RPM, and it has a thick solid copper base. The fans are nice. They are of the DeepCool FK120 model and has up to 2250 RPM, around 85 CFM airflow, it has high static pressure, and it runs at a moderate noise level on load. Now let's have a quick look at my unboxing process. The package of the LT720 is easy to open and everything is laid out just nice with the accessories in a box. I was quite surprised that DeepCool did not include any thermal compound for the LT720. However, no worries about that as there's a pre-applied thermal compound on the CPU block. Installation of the LT720 is straightforward. Instructions on the manual is clear and you do what you have to do with the radiator and fans. The CPU block portion requires you to remove the cover to install the appropriate mount. The cover is easy to detach and install thanks to magnetic mounting. You are able to mount the CPU block whichever way you want, like how I mounted it where the tubes are towards the DIMM slots, but in this orientation the decorative cover will not be as what DeepCool has intended. I discovered later on, which is after all this recording, is that mounting the CPU block at a 3 o'clock angle, which is where the tubes are towards the DIMM slot, is actually not optimal, especially for Intel setup. So I switched it to 6 o'clock mount, and then I saw multi-core workload temperatures drop 2 degrees Celsius while the gaming load temperature drops 4 degrees Celsius. So yes, it is recommended that you install it the way DeepCool has intended. Also, the protective film over the cover is extremely tough to remove. Not removing it makes the light blurry, while removing it now leaves some residue behind. Performance-wise, the LT720 shows peak temperature reading of just 58 degrees Celsius in gaming workload and 80 degrees in Cinebench R23 multi-core benchmark. A stark comparison to what was originally paired with my 13600K. In a nutshell, my upgrade was worth it, and huge thanks to DeepCool for sending this unit over. The price of the DeepCool LT720 is RM529 in Malaysia, and over in the US is about $139.99. Definitely it's something worth your consideration, especially if you're like me who loves something that has no ARGB on the fans with lesser ARGB wires to deal with. Definitely highly recommended on my list here. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Do remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and bye bye.